What up, Laker Nation? Finally, we have the update you all have been waiting for, and that is the return of one Anthony Marshawn Davis. AD is back officially tomorrow, as long as he feels good during the morning workout tomorrow versus the Dallas Mavericks. Very hype, man. We haven't seen this guy in like 67 days. 67 days since we haven't seen the unibrow lace it up with the purple and gold. And that timetable officially comes to an end because Anthony Davis says he feels 100%. Very excited to have him back, man. Overdue. Um, you, it felt eternal, guys. I'm not going to lie. It felt eternal. But as Anthony Davis mentioned in this morning's interview, the team did more than enough to hold the ship steady till they returned. And so far, we got one of our troops back. It's going to be a fun ride from here on out. Remember, there's about 14 games left or so for the Lakers, and Anthony Davis has about half a month, half of next month to get his body back into basketball shape and get ready for the playoffs, guys, because it's about to get real. Now, we face the Mavericks tomorrow, and I'm not going to talk too much about that. I'm going to save it for pregame. But I went from expecting a dogfight to now expecting a win. Now, I don't expect too many minutes from AD, but I predict that the Lakers' momentum from just having him back, just the excitement of knowing you got a superstar back, is going to propel us to a dub. I feel it, man. And, super hyped for this return. Now, he did mention how when the injury first happened, and he planted his foot wrong in Denver, he said he never experienced pain like that. And he initially was worried that he tore his Achilles. So that is the reason they took extra long to bring him back. He said he felt a ripping sensation. Imagine that. Imagine being a professional hooper and feeling a ripping sensation after all the horror stories that have happened around the league with tearing your ACL, man. I'm sorry, your Achilles. This is just good news. He says he's at 100%, but he's not in basketball shape. It's going to take him a couple of games to readjust himself, man. But I just feel like this is the beginning of something special. Now, he's never played with Drummond. He's never played with Ben McLemore. So he said they are for surely going to have to adjust. But this is great news, man. We start off our morning. I thought maybe he would play Monday versus the Jazz, but I said if I was the Lakers, I'd probably keep him out all the way till Thursday. It gives him an extra 4 days to rest and to try to get himself back in basketball shape. Now, the Lakers are holding their 16th practice of the season today, or they held it earlier today. And that's good news because every time we practice, we just come out looking sharp. So I'm hoping that translates over to the game tomorrow. But the bottom line, guys, is we get Anthony Davis back. That's all that matters. How y'all feeling, man? I'm heading over to the comment section. Y'all feeling confident about tomorrow's game? Or you guys still think that the Mavericks hold the edge? They're on a losing skid as well, so it's going to be interesting. Savage, my boy, said, detail of Vogel needs to play McKinney Matthews back to being cold from the three-point line. I agree with you, man. Alfonso has been hooping. Again, the most impressive thing about him is his consistency thus far, especially, being that he was a throw-in player in the trade. So, I've always liked that kid since he was in Golden State, and I'm curious why he hasn't been able to stick. He does all the right things, but I guess sometimes certain coaches are looking for certain things. Bottom line is, you're right. He does need more PT. So does Ben McLemore because he's somebody who can heat up, and so does Marc Gasol. So those are my three key players to give more PT to. He said, I agree with you, Lakers in 5. We got this, bro. This is the beginning of something special. The storm is coming, is what LeBron said. His words, not mine, but I agree with him. And I believe that this is the beginning of something special. I want to see what the front court of AD and Drummond do. And I think everything happens for a reason because AD coming back before LeBron, we know LeBron fits in anywhere. But AD, he's going to have to figure it out, how to play with Drummond, when to make the right passes, when to attack, when to be aggressive. And I think it's a blessing in disguise that he comes back first. And then once they figure it out together, they just add, the brains of everything, which is LeBron James. You add him to the mix and it'll make you even that much more better. So, there's levels to this and we're ramping it up starting tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it, guys. I don't expect him to get more than 30 minutes at all, but I don't expect him to get less than 20. So it'll be interesting to see what Frank Vogel does with AD, man, as soon as he steps on the hardwood floor. Does he bring him back full force or does he slowly bring him back? I think intermid. Esther says, I think we will win because I feel like AD being back will give them the energy. Absolutely. That's my prediction as well. I think it just, adding a superstar like that, you already see the excitement. My boy Kyle Kuzma already tweeting about it. I know Laker Nation is super hype, man, about this news, especially granted all the crazy stuff that's been happening this last week on Laker Twitter. I'm happy we can finally get back to talking some real basketball and actually talk about what matters. I'm hyped. Lakers stayed above float while AD and LeBron were out, which I predicted 500 ball while they are out. So yeah, absolutely, bro. That's all we needed, and we did better than expected, as AD said. So again, adding Anthony Davis to this team, he's been out for exactly 67 days or so, the internet says, and it's like acquiring a superstar all over again. You were an above average team, then you acquire a superstar, and then it makes you start becoming an elite team. But we still have to figure out a lot of things. For one, AD was shooting 29% from beyond the arc before he left. Is he going to come in? Did he practice on his time off on his jump shot? Is he going to come in looking rusty? How many games is it going to take him? Still a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks to be answered, but this is nothing but positive. Anytime you add the best big man in the game, hands down, I don't want to hear it. I know Jokic is balling. I know Embiid is balling, but there's only one of those that's a champion, and that's Anthony Davis. And we will put some respect on his name. That's right. Uh, Jose, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. He said, Dan, you hear about Harden? Coach and medical staff got to be precautious with ramping our stars back up. He said, Coach said he plans on playing him 50 minutes. Well, I'll be okay with that. But I really don't think Anthony Davis is going to want to play only 15 minutes. He's a competitor. He claims to be at 100%. I think I'm thinking more about 23 to 25 minutes would be something realistic on both sides. That way the coaching staff is happy. They don't push him too hard. And AD will be happy because remember, AD's a superstar, man. He's coming here after not playing for months. He's going to try to get it in, man. So I'm looking forward to it. And thank you so much for the donation, brother. I appreciate you. Hey, what's up, L Boogie? He said, Dan, my brown brother from another mother. How you doing, man? Appreciate you, bro. He said, Mississippi dog, I'm with you, bro. THC is doing his thing. Taylor and Horton Tucker, man, we called it from I was one of the first ones to call it from the moment I saw him in the G League. Some of you guys were right there with me, and some of you guys still didn't believe. But for the most part, Laker Nation, the front office has had a keen eye on talent, and they're doing an exceptional job. He is, he is beyond his years. Sometimes he looks like a vet out there. I mean, his physical form is not really of that of a 20-year-old, and he's a very strong young individual, but his play style is very mature, guys. Sometimes he's out here looking like an elite guard who's already been there and done that. And of course, sometimes he looks like a young player, second-year player. But for the most part, he is already turning the corner, and he's ahead of the competition at his age. So I really love what the kid has done, and I know he's the future. I know it. I'm willing to vouch my YouTube channel on that. I've never strike out on young talent. Shout out to my brother Lou from New York. But I told this guy from the moment we drafted Julius Randle, I told him he was going to be special. I told him he seems like a KG type, but with Lamar Odom handles and a little bit of bully ball like Zach Randolph. He's a hybrid. I said it's only a matter of time before he pans out. And sure enough, he did. Called the same thing with Brandon Ingram, but I think everybody knew Brandon Ingram was going to be sick. D'Angelo Russell, all these young talents. So I see THT in that type of tier. He's right there. Yes, a lot of people overlook him because he was drafted late, and obviously it's going to take a little bit more for him to develop, having superstars like AD and LeBron. But all in all, this kid has already shown us flashes of brilliance, and that's all you need to see as a fan base. The rest, you have to be patient. Yes, he will have his ups and downs, but for the most part, Taylor Horton Tucker is a star in the making. I can say that really confidently. Like I said, I'm willing to bet my channel on it. Granted, any crazy injuries or any trades happen to him that derail him or bad coaching, this kid will be a star. Trust me. And I've been right before. So those of you that have been with me, y'all know I was vouching for the young core far before everybody else was on the train. And I remember how media would destroy our young talent and say we didn't even have enough for a trade package for AD and stuff like that, because with all due respect, those young players weren't going to pan out, and become nothing but role players. But that's, again, where we separate the boys from the men. And this channel, we have the men talking real factual basketball talk. On those ESPN and Fox networks, sometimes, not all of them, but some of them really are boys, man. They don't know what they're talking about. Hey, what up, Rios? Welcome. We got AD back, so you got to be excited, extremely excited about it. Tyler, man, appreciate you, bro. He said, what up, Dan? Do you think AD will play the perimeter more with Drummond in the middle? Hashtag Laker Nation. Ooh, I like basketball questions like that because it makes me really think. I haven't thought about that. All right, Tyler. Coming with the heavy hitters. I love it. It's early, so my brain is still processing stuff. But I'm gonna say this: Anthony Davis can play inside out. It really doesn't matter. I think two big man. Obviously, Drummond doesn't stretch the floor, right? He's a roll guy. He's a pick and roll guy. He's a lob catch threat. He's a defensive player primarily and a rebounder. But the beautiful thing about AD is that my man has a 3-point shot. He has a mid range. He can take you off the dribble and drop buckets. He got a crossover like a guard because, again, people forget he was a point guard in high school. And my man is just a hybrid big man who is the best big man in the game. And hopefully he becomes one of the best of all time. I think he will. But overall, man, to answer your question, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are superstars. They're not all stars. They're superstars. They can adapt to anybody on the floor. Just like when they had DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis, just like when they had Julius Randle and Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis will still remain himself. It's up to everybody else to adjust their games. Obviously, when you have somebody that demands the ball that many times and you need to feed the beast, there's going to be less shots for other people as well. But Drummond, I think, will benefit. Why? Because AD commands double teams. The shooters will benefit as well, having him back in there. Again, because AD commands double and sometimes even triple teams, which leaves people wide open, which makes the game come easier to those role players. So I think Drummond in the long run, there might be an adjustment period here and there, but I think they will figure it out, man. They're already good friends. That's key for chemistry. Friendship matters in basketball. And again, I think Anthony Davis's game is so great that it complements everybody else's around him because it makes everybody else better. Hey, what's up, Danny? How you doing, man? From Danny to Danny. He said, you won't see Drummond in there at the end. Lakers are at their best with Anthony Davis at the 5. I don't know, L Boogie. Maybe in the playoffs you're right, but in the regular season, we want to save Anthony Davis from having to guard the Joel Embiids of the world. That's why we brought Andre Drummond in. So I think you will see Drummond, especially if he's knocking down his free throws. I think you will see him at the end of the games because he is somebody who can, change the game defensively. He's somebody who can alter shots, and he's somebody who can finish around the basket and get rebounds. But you got to love it, man. You got to love it. We're back to basketball talk again, baby. I missed it this week. He said, Dan, all teams right now, LMFAO. Wait, what does that mean, Jesse? What does that mean, brother? But thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate y'all for real. Dan, what are your honest thoughts about the Flippers and Paul George balling since Rajon Rondo trade? Do you see them as true threats this year? Look, I don't see them as true threats, but the Lakers have to treat every team in the West as a true threat. You can't take anybody for granted because at the end of the day, it is basketball. And if you overlook your competition looking forward, it could end up coming back to bite you in the you-know-what. So all I'm going to say is this. I don't never take the Clippers serious because history repeats itself and they've been sucking in the second round. Did they get better? Yes, they did. They finally added that point guard I said they didn't have. And Rondo, we know he can be elite, especially in the playoffs. And they added Serge Ibaka, who I wanted in the offseason. So they did get better. However, last I checked, Paul George balling out in the regular season doesn't faze me because he hasn't done it in the playoffs for so many years. He joined Russell Westbrook and promised a championship there, and only to demand a trade the very next year to the Clippers. So whatever he says, I'm going to make y'all regret it. He's not a man of his word. He's proven this before. All right. He also mentioned how he wanted to bring a championship to Indiana. So this guy's just a talker. He also blamed the coach for his downfall. So again, do I trust Paul George? No. Do I trust Kawhi? Hell yeah. He's a champion. He gets it done. And so he's the only player I truly respect. And Rondo now, obviously, ex-Laker champ. So they're the only two consistent players that I can respect on that team. Will that be enough to get you over the Lakers in a 7? I think not. But it's good. It's good for their 3 fans to be able to dream. That's what it's all about. Basketball is all about hopes and dreams. Remember, at the beginning of the season, everybody has a shot. Everybody, from A to Z. So it starts at 0-0, but now the reality of things starts coming to fruition. Think about it. They're only, 4 or 5 games above us, even through all our injuries. And they've had injuries too as well, but not as bad as ours. And so that really is a testament to how deep the Lakers are and how Rob Pelinka has done his job to plug the holes that we were missing. Guys like Dwight and JaVale, we go out and we get an upgrade like Drummond. So the Lakers are right there, man. And I feel like we're going to repeat as long as we stay healthy. So, do I personally see anybody in the West as a threat? No, because in a 7 game series, everything changes, everything slows down, and that benefits size and skill, which we have the best of it. And LeBron James, AD, and Drummond, and more. So yeah, to answer your question, no, I'm not worried about the Clippers, but the Lakers shouldn't think like me. They have to think we got to worry about whoever we're facing at the moment. James Caldwell, appreciate you, bro. He said, "Hey Dan, glad AD is coming back. ESPN, stay not giving us any respect as the reigning champs compare to the Nets flippers. That's fine, back to back." And that's always how it's been throughout the history of social media and during this new, dawn of a new era with Twitter and Instagram and all these media outlets. They're not going to give us our respect. But that's okay. That's why guys like me are here to talk real basketball and to be realistic. And that's why we bring you the facts right here. The Lakers are getting AD back. We were holding our head afloat without AD now. Give them a couple games, but watch the dominance. The domination's about to start. And when LeBron joins the fray, you better watch out because I wouldn't like to be the team facing them in a 7 game series. That's for sure. And thanks for the donation, James. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all too generous. Too generous. Jesse, my boy said, now that AD is back, all teams are mad. Jesse, we good, bro. We good. And what's funny? Everybody's making fun of us, the whole Viv situation. Who cares about that? Bottom line is we showed our true colors. Laker Nation is a kind and passionate fan base who leaves no man or woman behind. So that's nothing to be made fun of. They're just jealous. They're jealous of our unity, Laker Nation. They're jealous of the fact that we are, we amongst the community, and we are really awoke with everything that's happening with the racism stuff, with the cop killings, RIP to all the victims and everything, and the final justice that we got, everything. We are a woke community who speaks our mind, and they don't want us to do that. They don't want us to win. They don't want, a city like Los Angeles who's so cultural and is so mixed to have this much success. They prefer somebody like Boston who's racist to win. That's what they would prefer, the media. But guess what, guys? This is the beauty of just coming together, is that we don't care what they think. We're going to keep winning. We're going to keep celebrating. And Figueroa Street, we marching down that baby this year. They ain't stopping us this year, man. COVID, nothing. We going right down the lane. And I'm looking forward to celebrating with you guys. So hopefully the Lakers follow through and just stay healthy, because that's going to be the key for us to come out on top. And thank you again, bro. Jesse, appreciate you, bro. My boy, he said, Dan, your Lakers will succeed in the postseason. Don't listen to these clowns. Oh, yeah, we never worry about them. But it is entertaining to sit here and dissect and break it down and destroy the clowns, because at the end of the day, there is a group of people who are very susceptible to these opinions, and they believe everything they hear on TV or radio. But it's better to have a mind of your own. Trust me. It's just so much better in life to just think for yourself, do for yourself, and act for yourself, because that is the only way you come out on top. And Laker Nation, man, we got a bunch of smart, intelligent fans. Some who even disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. So long as it's respectful disagreements instead of arguments and disrespecting. But we have one common goal, and that's to win a championship. Bottom line. One thing we can't agree with is that we are legit. Every single year that we make it to the playoffs, we are the real deal. We're a threat to go all the way. Everybody knows that. That's why they fear us, man. That's why they jumping on every team that adds a superstar's coattails. Come on, man. We know what's up. We know why they cheering hard for the Nets. Oh, by the way, I've been watching out here and there, not too much. Don't want to give them too much ratings, but Chris Broussard and them cats, remember I broke them down a week ago or so, and they were talking about how they were so sure that Brooklyn's going to win it. Now they're talking about they're worried. Nah. Stay in your lane. Don't flip-flop. Don't jump on our wagon now that you see us getting healthy. Keep that same energy y'all clowns had, man, because y'all were talking the most, acting the most, and just being completely disrespectful, ignoring the fact that we were injured. So now that we get healthy, I don't want to see none of those clowns come on this side of the bandwagon. No, thank you. Only loyalty gets rewarded, and that's all we want on this side, for sure. For surely. Jesse Torres, appreciate you again, my brother. He said, I think LeBron James is going to come back pissed. He should, because you know what? Every year they disrespect him, especially since he got here to the Lakers. They haven't even considered him for MVP, really. Did you see the media votes and how disrespectful they get? They control everything. So it's really stupid to see that executive of the year, they didn't even consider Rob Pelinka, who absolutely killed it last year. And he killed it again this year. He again should be executive of the year. We don't even get a say in Coach of the Year, and LeBron James and AD weren't really ever truly considered for MVP or Defensive Player of the Year, which is just ridiculous. Man, we were clearly the best team from start to finish, and so we get disrespected. LeBron, he said it when we won the championship. Laker Nation wants us respect. Jeannie Buss wants to respect. Everybody wants to respect. Well, you know what, LeBron? They're still disrespecting us. So go out here and punch them in the mouth, and let's see how they react. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really am. But we have Anthony Davis, guys. Just wanted to give you guys the quick update. I'm going to save a lot of the Dallas Maverick Laker talk for tomorrow's pregame. I'm looking forward to that. But I'll read a couple more comments before I get off. Got to go to the grocery store in a bit, get some dog food and stuff. So hit me, guys. I'm right here for you right now. He said, Dan, just watch when the Thunder are contenders again. It's going to be legit. I'm looking forward to it, man. We had some great battles between the Thunder and the Lakers when y'all had the superstars. So y'all, Sam Presti got a treasure trove of draft picks, and I'm looking forward to see what they turn into. It's going to be fun. I always enjoy watching young talent and player development. But I'll be interested if you guys actually jump on an opportunity to land a superstar at some point. So that's where the money's going to be at, for sure. Hey, what's up, Big Baby? What's up, brother? Congrats. My boy, Big Baby. He finally hit that 500 sub mark. I'm very proud of you, man. Keep grinding, bro. Keep it up. He said, Dan, I just hope the people don't overreact if he don't drop 20 or more. That's why I'm here. I'm here to educate. I'm here to calm everybody down. You know, I'm here just to simmer everybody down. Look, we got to see the big picture. Health is the most important thing. We're in the playoff mix. People predicted we wouldn't be in there. They were asking me, Dan, do you think we're for sure going to fall out of the playoff race? I said, no. I think we're going to be a top 4 team at the end of the season. I told you guys this. That was my prediction, even with all the injuries. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. My boy said, reach my 500 subscribers, man. You inspired me. Hey, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you, bro. Truly, you put in the work. You truly have Laker passion. So I got nothing but love for you, Big Baby. Nothing but love. And you're always showing my channel love as well. So it's reciprocated, my boy. Reciprocated. He said, what's good, homie? Hey, what's up, Crenshaw? What's up, bro? Hey, we just got your boy AD back. What's up, Angelica? We got Anthony Davis back officially tomorrow. As long as he feels good through the pregame and everything, he should be able to run. He says he's at 100%, so I'm very excited to hear that. I wouldn't want it any other way. Dan concurred. AD and LeBron will not play like superstars. Oh, concerned. I read that wrong. Holy crap. Okay, Dan, she said, I'm concerned AD and LeBron will not play like superstars. That's something you don't have to worry about, Angelica, because even though they're, injured and they're coming back from injury, superstars always play like superstars. Let's not forget Kobe's 60-point performance after he had torn his ACL and after all the injuries he went through in his career. My man was still able to drop 60 on the last game. So superstars will always be super for a reason, because even if they don't play up to the same standard that they were pre-injury, they will eventually get there and probably even exceed that level. So all we have to be is patient, and your patience will be rewarded, Angelica, because LeBron and AD are 2 very special talents. They're both top 5 talents in the league, to the point where KD is scared. He recently mentioned how Anthony Davis is a cheat code on any team. My theory for that is that he knows he has a super team and they're about to destroy him for not winning the championship. So he wants to discredit some of LeBron's accolades by hyping AD as he should be. But, the rest of the league just completely disrespects him. So AD's doing the smart thing, and he's trying not to get destroyed if he gets to the finals by hyping and giving AD his proper level of respect. But in reality, that's a given. There's nothing that you're saying, and Kevin Durant, that the Laker Nation didn't already know. So everybody's scared of us, and that's the truth of it. He said, bro, Mortal Kombat movie gonna be so cold. Bro, I already got my tickets. I'm going Saturday. Whoo, man, I'm looking forward to it. I couldn't get the Friday ones because the only seats they had were like up front, and I don't want to break my neck watching the movie. So I was able to get some on Saturday, and I'm hyped. I'm so hyped for this movie, man. If you're a 90s kid, you know exactly my level of excitement. Or even before that, if you grew up on Mortal Kombat, man, I'm looking forward to it. My boy said, I'm a Cavs fan, but I think the Lakers will win the title, and Lakers in 5. Zach, the educated Cavaliers fan, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the classiness from these fans that have been so respectful towards Laker Nation, man. Trust me. Even some Celtic fans, even though I don't associate with Celtic fans, but I respect the ones that come here respectfully and drop their opinions. Any fan is welcome to my channel so far as it's respectful. because that's the type of community we're trying to build here on this channel, on this platform, just so everybody could get in their real mature basketball talk instead of this childish fu and this and that talk. Right? We need to be educated and respectful to be getting to that next level of IQ of basketball talk. So I love it, man. And I appreciate the comment to my Cavs fans. he said, um, he said, Dan, keep repping, bro. I got you. I got you. You can watch Mortal on HBO. It's $15. Look, bro, there's certain movies that you just can't be cheap about. I want to see this movie on the big screen. Now, if you fear for your safety, I completely understand. HBO Max is dope as heck. But I fear that this pandemic and Netflix and HBO are going to be the death of the cinema. I really don't want that to happen because that's a place I enjoy to go with my friends, family, and my girlfriend. I enjoy going there, so I hope that it never goes broke. So I'm trying to support the cinemas because I want it, especially on a movie like this where it's worth watching, man. It's worth shelving out the $17 per person or whatever. It's worth it. So that's the reason I'm going to the theater. A, because it's a big screen movie that you just have to see in HD and full picture. And I even got the XD version, which is the bigger screen. And B, because I want to support cinemas. I hope they never break, man. It's just a great place to go on a date. It's a great place to go with your family. Great place to take your parents. It's awesome, man. Anything that has to do with bonding, I'm all about it, man. I'm a family man. Yes, I'm excited for the brand new Mortal Kombat movie coming out this Friday. I still remember watching the old school Mortal Kombat in the day. Yeah, me too, man. That's still gonna be a classic no matter what. But I am very excited to see what the technology brings as far as visuals and I'm looking forward to it. What do you have to say about Sterling Brown incident? It's unfortunate. You never like to see that, Muhammad. It's sad, but I'm glad he's okay. And I wish him a speedy recovery, man. It's a dangerous world we live in. You can never be too safe. For the ladies out there, always, especially if you travel at night due to work or whatever, carry pepper spray with you. Carry a taser if you can. Anything to defend yourself. There's a lot of creeps out there for sure. I don't let my girl walk down the street by herself at night. That's how protective I am. So you have to be, in today's age, you have to be cautious. Very cautious. Started hating the Clippers when Rivers was disrespectful to the Lakers and Kawhi played us. Oh yeah, Angelica. Ooh, I've been hating the Clippers since they put the selfies over our banners, and Doc Rivers arrived here as well. But I already disliked them before because they can never outshine my Lakers and live in our glory. This is, Los Angeles. When you think of Los Angeles, you think of certain franchises, and the Clippers damn sure ain't one of them. You think of the UCLA Bruins. You think of the Lakers, obviously, number one thing you think about. The Dodgers, huge here in LA. Now, I think of the Rams. I don't know, some of you guys are Charger fans. I won't judge you. But I think of the Rams primarily. Think of the hockey team, the LA Kings. You think of the Sparks. You think of everything before the Clippers. So they should just get out of here, man. They're never going to be able to carve their niche outside of that, weird small section of a fan base, the misfits of LA, like the Clippers. Outside of that little group, you're just not going to be able to, carve your niche. He said, "You ain't lying, Dan. I've had a lot of great nights in the movie theater. Good, buddy. Yeah, yo, Boogie, bro. I'm telling you, I love being able to watch movies here with my friends and family from the comfort of my own home. That's dope as heck. But nothing replaces the theater, right? When you see, I still remember going to watch the very first Fast and Furious as a kid and just being blown away and just loving the acting, the characters, and just thinking about this movie for days, talking about it in school with my friends. Those are the moments you live for, man. Just little things like that. It's just so iconic, man. The very first movie I ever saw, still probably one of my favorite movies of all time, probably my favorite movie of all time, is Toy Story. I saw the first one when I was a kid, man. And, those memories when they took me, I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I still have the memories. I still remember the Woody doll they bought me, all flimsy and stuff. Growing up in the ghetto, you don't have a lot of toys. So that toy stuck with me till I was, a teenager, and my mom gave it away to my nieces and nephews. So, it's just beautiful memories you can't replace. Alchemy, appreciate you. He said, "Yo, it's my first donation in 3 years. First payday, go Lakers." Hey, congrats on the payday, brother. And thank you so much for donating, man. If you guys really can't donate, All you have to do is hit the like button and subscribe to me. I appreciate any sort of positive type of support on this channel because this is really your guys' channel. I'm just your graceful host. So thank you guys so much for supporting my dream, and it's just awesome. It's a beautiful blessing, man. Yo, I can't wait to see Space Jam 2 in theaters. That's another one I'm definitely not watching at home. That's another one. So I'm saying there's a few movies that are just great pictures to go and see live with your loved ones, whether it be your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or whoever. And just beautiful time, man. Who could, by the way, there's certain hacks that you just can't beat. Like when I go to Regal Cinemas, um, you know, who the heck takes popcorn home, right? I don't. I don't like to just waste food. So what I do is I take me, my girl, or my brothers, or my friends, whoever's going with me. We buy one popcorn. We buy a nacho dip on the side, and we dip it on. They give you like these boxes where you could put extra stuff in, drinks or whatever. We rip them open. You put the popcorn in the box. You get your one free refill. You go see the movie, man. You share it amongst everybody. I grew up sharing everything. I was broke, so I still share stuff, man. Even though I'm not broke no more, and it's a beautiful thing because there's so many hacks. You just buy a nacho cup for everybody, and you just share the popcorn. These tubs are big, man. It's not like COVID already don't got us fat, so you don't need to finish a whole tub by yourself. Share, and so if you could, pass two tubs around and just everybody get a box, you got more than enough. Trust me. And with the nacho cheese cup dip, or like my girl likes it with the little bell peppers on the side. Ooh, man. See, those are the things I just love about the theater. You can't have that type of activity at home. I mean, you could, but it's just so much better on the big screen. Appreciate your hoop logic. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate the love. He said, miss watching movies in the theaters. Bro, if you guys feel safe enough to go, they got the spacing of the seats. The last movie I saw before the pandemic was A Quiet Place. They already got the sequel on the way. So that's how you know this pandemic has been way too long. And so it's long overdue. I waited for a special movie. I'm about to go see a special movie in the theaters. Hey, she said, Dan, need to start repping the Dodgers. Go blue. I love the Dodgers. I got Dodger gear. I watch games from time to time. So I do rep the Dodgers. It's just that this channel strictly Lakers galore. This is for all the people that I hear, that love their team, that borderline worship the team. Now I shouldn't say worship. You only worship God, but pretty dang close. This is for the diehards, and so I don't make it about nothing else. But I really could talk Rams. We got a lot of Rams fans in here. I really could talk Dodgers. There's so many other topics we could take. But I did start a second channel for just multiple topics and stuff like that. So you guys can subscribe to that, called The Bat Cave. One word, Bat Cave. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, but I love how this just goes into life talk, man, because you guys, I just connect with y'all like that. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate the love, all the donations. You guys are dope as heck, man, for real. Y'all made my day already. AD on the way, baby. He's coming back tomorrow. Looking forward to that pregame. I'll see you guys right here an hour before the game for pre, and then right after the game for post, man. Make sure to keep it locked right here. All things Lakers. Make sure to please smash the like button. And thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I will see you guys tomorrow.